and welcome to another community forum. My name is Mark Berryman, and my special guest today is McKenzie LaCount's. She is a senior at Franklin County High School, but more importantly to her at least is the fact that she's a softball player for the Franklin County Lady Lions as well as a travel ball team. And we're going to find out about her journey from being told she can't play sports anymore to signing to play for Andrew College. How are you doing today, McKenzie?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to have you here, and I want to thank you for being willing to come in and tell your story because I understand it's a really unique story.
I would say it is.
I understand that when you were 7, something very dramatic or traumatic or both happened to you that almost ended your sports career.
When I was 7, I was told that I'd never be able to play sports again, and it was just a really long journey in finding a way that I could. And so from therapy to different doctors, we found out that surgery was an option for me. And so 3 surgeries later, I'm playing ball and going to the next level.
Now, I understand your first surgery was way back when you were around 7.
Yes, sir.
And then you had another one around 13. And you just recently had one maybe a year ago or so?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And in between all of that, you were still playing ball?
Yes, sir. I never stopped playing ball when it came to the surgeries. I just thought of the surgery as an opportunity to make me better, but I never stopped playing ball.
Now, this past surgery, we were talking earlier, and this past surgery, you told me a story about a travel ball weekend. I want you to recount that for us.
That travel ball weekend is probably something I'll never forget. I probably pitched about 7 games that day, and I could not see from the beginning, but when it came to the night, I could not see at all. And I remember just the community around me, and I remember feeling so special when it came to I would pitch, and I could not see where I was going. I could not see the pitch that was called, and I would just throw it. And the crowd was just into it, knowing that I had my whole heart into that game. And that's just something I'll never forget.
It's got to be tough not to have good vision and be out there expected to throw strikes. As a pitcher, you have to be able to throw strikes to a certain place, not just over the plate, because over the plate, you'll get some knocked out of the park. Could you see the catcher's glove at all?
I could not see the catcher's glove. I couldn't see the sign. I could barely even see the batter. So with my gut, I just threw it wherever I thought was inside, outside, and I just threw it.
And how did your travel ball team do that weekend?
I think we won that weekend. I think we got the championship that tournament.
Very good, very good. And you also played high school softball as well?
Yes,
for
sir.
Coach Oliver?
Yes, sir.
And what was that experience like?
That experience with Coach Oliver has been something that has changed the course of my softball career. He has pushed me since freshman year. He has been open and honest, and the honesty has pushed me to be such a good athlete. When freshman year, he told me that I needed a new pitching coach. And when he told me that, I got the best. And she has changed me into a pitcher I thought I could never be. And from freshman year to just throwing a drop ball in high school to senior year, and I'm throwing every pitch I possibly can to make my team better, has just been such a difference looking back. It's just amazing how you can change so much in 4 years due to a coach. And it's just been an experience that, looking back on it, I wouldn't change a thing.
You're a senior now, so you're about to graduate.
Yes, sir.
But your softball career is not over.
Yes, sir.
Now, I understand you had 2 offers. Tell me about how those came about.
My first offer was the fall of my junior year, and I got an offer from Gordon State going to their camp that my travel ball coach set up for me. And I went there not thinking I would ever get an offer. I never thought I'd play college ball because of my athletic ability. I didn't think of it as college worthy. And so when I got that offer, I remember looking at my mom and dad just so excited in the car because that was just something I would never thought I would get. And so after that, a few months went by, probably the summer of my senior year. I went to Andrew really not wanting to go. I had an offer from Gordon, and so I was good with that. And I went there looked around town and I saw their city hall, and it just looked just like Carnesville. And so I went and talked to Coach Kayla Williams, and she just seemed like down home, and I just loved the atmosphere down there, and it just seemed the right place for me. And with my teammates already going down there, for my teammates from travel ball, it just seemed like the right fit for me, and it just seemed to ease the travel with my parents. Like I think it made it easy for them to know that I already have a support group down there that would, help me with my grades, help me with sports, and it would just make the college experience better for me.
Now, I know earlier you said that the coach there stayed in constant contact with you. She was determined to get you to that college.
Yes, sir. She made it a point to text me every day. She would just make sure that I was still plugged into her program, and that just made me feel like she really wanted me, and it just made me feel like I was priority, when necessarily in the beginning I didn't think I would ever get an offer, let alone 2 offers to go to college. So it made me feel great knowing that I had choices, but I knew my choice at the end.
Right. And now you said you had 4 teammates already there.
Yes,
You're
sir.
about to go, but you're not the only one from this year's class going.
Yes, sir. I have a teammate from my travel ball team, Georgia Classics, going, and it's Megan Royals from Decula. And she is going down there at the same time I am. So we'll experience all the things together. So I'll know I have somebody there that's going through it at the same time as I am.
So that softball team then is going to have 6 players that have already played together. That should make for a fairly strong team.
Yes, sir. And knowing our chemistry was very well in travel ball season, so that it just makes me feel like I know going to college at Andrew, I know that it's going to be a good team, and not only a good team, but I know that we're going to have chemistry going into it, and so it just make this year a good year.
You didn't give up, then you had to have a surgery, then you found out a second, then you found out a third. How did having those surgeries affect you and your desire to play sports?
It has made me more grateful towards the game. Every time I have an opportunity to practice or get better at something, I want to do it because I know it can be taken away. And with my vision, it just makes it better. It makes me have a sense of gratefulness towards it, and it just makes me feel like grateful to God, because he could have easily taken it away from me, and I could have easily not found the doctor that I had and be at home right now, and I wouldn't have the opportunity to play in college. I wouldn't have had all the memories that I had with high school and travel ball, and it would just wouldn't be the life that I have right now.
One last question before we let you go. Have you decided on a major?
I decided on criminal justice because I've always wanted to help people in some kind of way, and I feel like at this day and time, this is the place that God has led me to go. And so I've always wanted to be in criminal justice, but I never knew what I wanted to do. But this kills my parents, but I want to be a police officer when I get done studying in college. But it's just always been a passion of mine to help people in some kind of way.
Obviously, you have a heart for people and wanting to help them and all. And I believe with your experiences, you probably can sympathize with people that are also struggling. Well, today it's been a very interesting community forum, a little bit different take because we don't have a politician or a school official or anything. We want to thank McKenzie LaCount for being with us and telling her story, sharing it with you, the listeners. We'll see you back next Sunday for another community forum. My name is Mark Bierman, and this is WLHR.